What financial market and how to make money in the financial market. So a financial market is, let us suppose that this is me or you, the person who want to make money in the financial market, right? So this is you, and then this one is a platform, right? This one is a at this level you have a platform in the middle, and here you have then the physical market, like the normal day-to-day life market where you can see tomatoes like this, you can see clothes like t-shirt, you can see what is it, trouser, shoes, like physical market is things that you can touch with your hand like this, right? Okay, so that is the physical market, things that we can touch with your hand. But now, let us say that here you on a physical market, you want to buy a clothes, right? You meet a seller, and the seller is saying that pay me via Orange money or MTN money or Cash App, right? Or MTN mobile money, like those mobile money. That mobile money has a screen, right? So you go in a phone with a screen like this, where you tap some digit. Those digit makes the platform called Orange Money a digital platform, right? Those digits, right? So that's then the digital market. To pay him, because to send him money, right? Because you are the one who want to go and buy things in the physical market. To send him money, you need to go on a platform in your phone. There is an application. That platform can be an app. That platform can be just a website. So that platform is then called the digital market, right? That's the digital market that we do in everyday life. We are using the digital market, and the financial market is then the digital market. The financial market is then only focusing on this platform, and this platform, like Orange Money, is just the end, is just translating what is happening in the physical life. In the physical life, this seller is asking you to pay him some money to have the clothes, right, in a digital form, and he has his account there like his pocket, and then this is a trustworthy platform. So financial market is just focusing on this platform. Okay, financial market is a digital market. Okay, so let us now go in on Google Sheets so that I can show you how the digital market has been created, and um, how where the money is in the digital market. So my name is Frank Vegeta from Villageois Trading. So and I will explain to you where is the money in the financial market and how the financial market has been created. So we have here you who want to buy something, make money out of it, and then you have here the physical market, which is tangible, meaning that you can touch it with your hand. And in the middle, between you and the physical market has tomatoes, cucumbers, oranges, bananas, and you want to buy things there. But in the middle, between you and the financial market, you have a digital market that we also call the broker. That digital market is not tangible because you cannot touch with your hand. It's just a screen. You need to have a screen like Orange Money screen in your phone to make this transaction. So let us first of all start with the physical market because that's where it all started. At the beginning of the economic, we had what we call bartering, right, of goods. Bartering of physical good is that you have on the left side the person who is the reference, the person who receive what you want to give him, and in the counterpart you have and that person who receive what you want to give him is called the seller, who is the receiver. He has something on his side, and you are asking from it. We call it in the economic transaction the seller. So on the other part, what we call the counterpart, we have the buyers. The buyer is the person who gives who gives to have the other things that he doesn't have. So it's like, I don't have something, and I want your thing. I don't have something. I don't have your thing. Sorry, I don't have your thing. I don't have your object, but I have some object that I can exchange with. That's what we call transaction. That's bartering. So economics start with bartering of physical good at the beginning. Like for example, uh, at the beginning, when you had one fish, right? I can come because I'm tired of eating corn. I said that okay, your one fish can have a value of 5 corn, right? So I will be writing the value between fish and corn like this: FIS slash COR equal to 5. That doesn't mean that I've divided one fish by 5 corn. No, I'm just saying like, for one fish, how many corn do I give you? This slash is not a division. It's just like a value. That's how you write value in the financial world, right? So, so for one fish, how many corn can I give you so that I can get the fish? So we will say that here one fish value like 5 corn. So it's actually fair. And nowadays in Yaoundé, Douala, or even in other towns like the North region or the West region, or even in other countries like South Africa, there are many population, there are many young people who keep saying that, okay, so let us exchange. You have a good phone, right? And I have two bad smartphone. Those are not bad for smartphone. They still work a little bit, but so let us exchange. I will give you my two bad smartphone because I just want one phone that has two SIM card. So can I give you those two phones so that I can have your one single phone that has two SIM card, so that I can then I give you those two phones. So that's called bartering. So the exchange when we write this exchange financially, we write it like this: good phone, like GPHO for good phone. One good phone value how many old phone. They are not bad, they are just old, they look just old. So it will be the value of the exchange will be equal to 2, right? It's not a division, it's not 1 divided by 2. If it was 1 divided by 2, it will be 0.5 for the equal. It's just like, how many old phones can I give you? You start with the right, like in the Arabic region. How many old phones should I give you to have your one phone? So, and the seller is telling you, to have my one phone, give me 2 old phone. So that's why the n number is just 2. It's not a division. It's just how many objects that I have can I give you to have the one object that you have. So for example, in a dowry, when you want to get married for the weddings and all, you want this beautiful approaches girl. How many pig should you give for the dowry ceremony to have one of these beautiful Apuchu skinny girl? So to have this Apuchu skinny girl, you need 15 long pig, right? 15 long pig. So that's how you then write the exchange. To have one APS Apuchu skinny, how many pig should you give? 15, right? That's exactly it. So now, and with time, we realize that we can also exchange the skill for for working hours. Like for example, on the left side, the seller is the mentor or an employer who said that who promise you to give you a skill if you work for him. So you come here and say that, okay, how many hours of my day should I give you to master the one skill? This one is one specific skill. The employer or the mentor will say that give 8 hours per day from Monday to Saturday to master this one skill, right? So that the exchange of value, like the bartering of the good here is just your physical or intellectual strength that we can value it in terms of hours, right? That's the exchange. You can exchange your effort, like your energy, your life force, or your time. Okay, so what is inside your brain to have to master that one skill. So, but what problem happened? The problem is with the man. The man is bad, right? We all know that man is bad. There is a bad part of the nature of the man, like Pinocchio, because we realize that it is difficult to find the same value between those exchanges. So the person to blame here will be the negotiator, like the seller. Most of the time, for example, do you think that spending 1 year, 8 hours a day from Monday to 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 Saturday, working for an employer, for a mentor, to master that one skill, a one skill that you can find easily on YouTube for free, is it worth it? Does it worth the effort that you just spend day and night? You didn't even have your own life from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. When you finish, you are tired. Sometimes it doesn't happen very good, and sometimes you don't even understand what skill you need to master. Is it even really valuable to spend the whole part of your life mastering that skill? That's the question. So it's difficult to value the good between when the exchange is happening in the bartering process, right? For example, does this small skinny Apuchi skinny really value 15 long pig like this? Does she really value it? Like, is it her real value? Like, you spend money to get the, or not showing those kind of pig to just get this one girl for like 1 week, paying this price. Is it valuable? And also, for example, these two phone, let us say that you bought the two phone. Does the let us say you bought one of these two phone, like this black phone, 40K, 40,000 francs CFA, and then the second one, 40,000 francs CFA, right? But this one phone cost at the shop 150,000 francs CFA, right? So do those two phones value this one phone? When we make just the price addition, we will realize that those two phones cost 80K, 80,000 francs CFA. But this one just costs 150,000 francs CFA, right? So during the exchange, if I'm the one having this phone, I will say that no, add some money. Mostly, your two phones are already bad, are already in bad shape. The screen is already scratched, looks ugly, broken. Even if it works, even if the camera still works. But there's another problem with old phone is that you might come and say it still works, it still share very well, it still have Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, but there is something in the application. When you launch an application, it turns off itself alone. You launch WhatsApp, after 5 minutes, WhatsApp doesn't give anymore. You need to wait 3 minutes. So there are some applications that step that you will not tell me. You will not tell me. You have me some type of information about those bad phones, right? So I will not judge the value very well, right? if we exchange this like this, right? It's also the same for corn and fish. There are some fish who have bad on the mouth, it is a little bit dark. You realize that the fish has not been well frozen, and it is start getting bad because they have spent many days outside of the freeze, right? Outside of cold. So does one fish really value five corn? Does that fish not already like getting rotten, or will it not get bad quickly? Moreover, I don't want to eat the fish today. I want to keep like eat the fish in 5 days. But your fish has spent already 15 days out, like even 3 days out of the cold. So I don't think that it value my 5 corn. Maybe it's just value two. It's just value two two corn, right? Rather than 5. So that's the problem that we have. It's difficult to find the same value between the two objects, the bartering process between the two goods. So sometimes the good that you want to exchange doesn't is not worth it, like this skill exchange. Or maybe you are not even the owner of the phone. So when we exchange the phone, after a certain period, the police will come and arrest me because they just located a phone that you are not the owner, and the owner is looking for his phone. So And the problem is basically the man himself, right? And sometimes the problem is not even the man. Sometimes the man doesn't even know how to value the object that you want to exchange with. Or sometimes he knows. So at the end of the day, the bigger problem is like the trust, no trust. No trust, right? Is your trust. I wanted to say yeah, trust, not confidence. No trust. The bigger problem is the trust. No trust in what he says. He says that no, the phone is still good, but in the exchange, when you spend some time with the object or with the person, you realize that this person doesn't even value all of the things that I spend with, all the effort that I spend, all of the time, right? It doesn't save my needs. So due to that big problem, we needed to create a legal paper for transaction, a legal paper. Let us say a legal let us say a legal currency, right, for transaction. So we created then, like when I say we, people, humans agree between themselves that let us go in the village, right, and then look at a middleman. The middleman will create us a piece of paper, a piece of copper gold, like that we all can trust. That would be a coin, right? A piece of coin. That's when we started creating coins to say that this one will then be money. Okay, so the coin here is can be liquid. For example, that coin, like if you have a one pig like this, rather than going to the doorway and bring a pig like this and say that daddy, here is a pig that I have for your wife, for your daughter, right? For your daughter, I want to take your daughter to marry her. Rather than taking this big pig, you can actually have 1 million coin like that and say that daddy, here is 1 million coin. And those 1 million coin are trustworthy. Everybody knows that with this coin now, you can actually buy another object. You can buy fish with it. You can buy phone with it. So those are legal coin, legal exchange. So we created those coins. So now the pig is no more one object. Now the pig can be can be sliced into tiny parts that we will call pieces of coins, right? That's what we said. We are saying that that legal currency is now liquid, because now previously the currency were what? Another pig for a woman, 2 phones for 1 phone. So the currency were one object that you cannot divide, or that are too heavy to hold in your hand. So it's the same thing. Rather than spending 1 year learning a skill that is general or that you can actually find on YouTube easily with one mentor, you can actually have some coin that you can pay the mentor, and in less than 2 months you learn all the skill. So you gain 8 months, 10 months, rather than spending 12 months, a whole year of your life burning time and effort, taxi, working hours. You can actually pay him. He send you videos and material that you can learn with. You pay, he has a recording video, that's the training, the course. So that's how we created then a middleman that everybody can trust. And what happened with the currency is that the legal currency that we call the coin, right, is useful to also diminish the value of the object that they want to sell you. For example, this fish, one fish could have spent like 2 days outside of the fridge, or the fridge were not freezing very well. Rather than paying like 500 francs CFA to have the one fish, you can say that this fish is already almost bad. Let me give you 300 francs CFA, because in 2 days it will start smelling. So now you can actually diminish the value of the fish without having to bring like what big object. You can it make the exchange really liquid, really easy to value, right? The negotiation really easy to to be done, right? It's like when you start feeling that this middleman, this your seller is trying to trick you, hiding you some information, right? So hiding you some information, you can actually diminish the value of what you have to buy. So rather than taking all your pig to give to daddy to have his daughter, you can rather than taking 1 million coin to have his daughter, you can actually take only 500,000 coins and give him that, okay, this is the value of your daughter that I can pay, right? That makes the transaction more affordable, more reachable for most people, right? And that also make the negotiation, the transaction, the negotiation go fluidly, to flow. Because sometimes you cannot have a big peak like this to have that Apuchik skinny, but the Apuchik skinny loves you, right? The Apuchik skinny loves you, but you don't have this big peak to give to his dad. So, and you love the Apuchik skinny, so you can negotiate better. That's what liquidity make it easy to handle the negotiation. So those currency now those currency now depend on the name of the country, right? That's the currency. The currency now is then the coins, right? The legal currency. So now the currency name, right? The name of each currency according to the country. I mean the land territory like United States, because each territory produce its own goods. For example, in America, in the United States, right? United States of America, you have the dollars, right? The currency name, the country currency name is called dollar, right? And if you click here, you realize that the United States is producing. This is a website that you can check the exportation, right? United States export most oil and gas. You can look at this data. Let me wait a bit for the graph to show. Loading. Keep waiting, please. Okay, so you see that the exportation in 2022 are refined petroleum, crude oil, petroleum, coal, and 2% for cars, right? So the bigger one are actually oil, gas, oil, petroleum, but I took cars just to have a better example. So that's what they export most, right? Cars like Tesla. Tesla is now sold a lot, right? And then in Japan, you have the Japanese yen. For the physical land, each physical land has currency, because in that land there are some goods that are mostly produced and export. So if you want to buy a Toyota or a Yamaha or a Lexus or a Honda, you pay in yen, in Japanese yen. So in Africa country like West country in Africa and Central Africa, we have the franc CFA. If you want like cocoa, right? Cocoa, you need to to pay in franc CFA to have that cocoa, right? That's the land in Cameroon, for example, or in Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast actually the big producer, one of the I think the top world producer of cocoa, right? So also in Cameroon we produce cocoa. So if you want to buy that, you need to pay in franc CFA. That's what we call currency. So also in European country basically are more specialized in in um, in producing pharmaceutical drugs that can heal us, right? And then you pay with euro. So that's for European country like Spain, France, Italy, not UK. For UK, you have the pound sterling, GBP, right? and UK is exporting most gold. You should check the same website. Okay, so and each country has its currency symbol, right? So for example, this coin is not those coin, right? That's what I call currency. For in America, those coins are called USD. So when battering ended, battering the exchange of Sugud ended at the time, we created coin. Human created coin with copper or gold and a stamp of the head of the state or the empire in the land, like the Roman Empire, and they call it currency. If you want to make an exchange in my land, you use my currency, right? So in United States, if you want to buy things in United States, you buy with USD, like that's US dollar. If you want to buy in Japan, you buy with G. The abbreviation, like the short form of Japanese yen is GPY, like GPY, right? The short form of franc CFA is XAF, ZAFT. The short form of euro is EUR. The short form of pound sterling is GBP, right? So those are land currency mark, like brand. In my land, in my territory, the brand of my currency, the brand of this coin, I have a brand. So if you come in my land, I'm more a producer of pig in my land. So my currency will not be called GBP or franc CFA or dollar. It will be called PIG, the notorious PIG, pig, right? You will buy in pig if I produce more pig. So if you want to buy my pig, use my currency, right? That's how human agree themselves to start exchanging value. So for local exchanges, for example, as I said, the reference is the seller, the one who has fish that he can propose you, and then you are the buyer because you come with a counterpart. That's what happened at the beginning, as I said, like the counterpart, right? The counterpart. So the counterpart, that's what happened during the battering process, during the battering era. Now we are in another area where when we realize that the problem is the trust of the seller or trust of the buyer who want to exchange the trust of the problem where the difficult to find the same value or the difficult to trust, mostly the trust, because most of them we blame people. We created then the middleman between the reference and the counterpart. So between the seller and the buyer, we said the middle, the motto, the dealer who like the arbitrage. I can even say the arbitrage. The person who is arbitraging the transaction is now the money, because the transaction is an extension of value, right? Let us say that we are friends, and when we spend time, you keep insulting me, degrading my physical, my body, saying that I'm ugly, I have an inclined mouth, or I have bad hair, or you exclude me socially. The value that you provide to me is so low, it's so bullshit, that I will not want to make transaction with you, right? So if I had to pay you for the value that you give to me after those insult of bad treatment, I'll give you less than minus zero. so between the reference, the seller and the buyer, the reference and the counterpart, the reference, the buyer, we then created the money. So we said, stop bringing your corn in the market. Just bring this piece of paper that is called franc CFA to have my fishes. That's why you realize here, this seller is showing what? A number. This number is called the price in front of his fish. That's how it is telling you that the counterpart for my fish is the price, is money. So that's what he's expecting for you to give him. He's no more expecting you to give him corn. is expecting to give him a currency. So now I want to make a difference. Money equal to basically price plus the currency name, right? Because why? Because if I just write 500 like this, 500 is the price, but it's not money. You know that it is money because you are in Cameroon. And in Cameroon, when they wrote in front of a fish like this, 500, you actually put in your head automatically franc CFA, because in the land, the brand of the currency, the logo of the currency is franc CFA, right? That's when you say that that's what the seller expects. So when you will show him a piece of paper, you will read the paper information if it is franc CFA or euro. If you come and give him euro, you say, no, I cannot take it, because in this land we use franc CFA, right, to make internal local transactions. That's why I said local exchanges. Local exchanges depend on the country, right? So if you go, for example, in Brazil, you know that in Brazil, the currency of Brazil is Brazilian real. Is Brazilian real, right? So if you go, for example, let us say this one is a seller in Brazil showing that if you want my fishes, give me 500. You go there, punya, like toss. You arrive in front of the seller, you see 500, and then you show him 500 francs CFA. You wonder, you like, man, what are you doing? Are you blind? Because Brazilian yen, 500 Brazilian yen is actually 51,000 francs CFA, right? So conversion, like let us say conversion, francs CFA, Brazilian real, right? Let us look at conversion between. Let's also look at the conversion between why. Okay, why is it not giving me the? I don't want to read those numbers. Those other numbers. Okay, let me look at Brazilian real. I don't have Brazilian India. Why? Okay. Here is it. Okay, so if I write here, for example, 500, well, it's actually 155,000. Last time I computed it, it was not 155,000. So let us take 155,000, right? 155,000 francs. So yet when he is writing in front of his good that he's selling to you, 500 Brazilian real, he's actually Brazilian and Brazilian dollar, are they different? Why is it 100? I don't see Brazilian. Why is it that I don't see Brazilian? For Brazilian real into dollar, there is no Brazilian real. BRL. Anyway, okay. Here is it. Okay, so now I can go on franc CFA like this. So I can then do 500. This is it. Brazilian real. 51,000 francs CFA. That's what our wondering like. Were I blind? Okay, this is it. So were I blind last time when I did it? So Brazilian, when you land in Brasilia and then you want to buy something, you see 500. Don't go there like a village boy and say, okay, this is 500 now. Let me show 500 francs CFA because your land has changed. You are now in America, in another country that doesn't use your brand currency. So just change. So that's it. That's basically it. So depending on the local land, the land location, the currency change value, right? The value is the value. Money is just the value estimated. Money replaces the physical counterpart. Money replaces the corn here in this transaction. Money, they said that leave your counterpart corn. Just use money. It is liquid. You can actually deal easily. So money will be your arbitrage, right? You will be the middleman that will make the transaction. You don't need to work with your corn bag. And it is given by the market currency. When I say the market currency, I wanted to say the market land currency where you are located. So okay, now let us now look at that were local exchanges. Now let us look at exchanges abroad, like international exchange. When two countries want to exchange something, how do we call it? The foreign exchange. What's the meaning of foreign? Meaning of foreign. Meaning of foreign is okay, other country other than yours, like a stranger, other country other than yours. That's the meaning of foreign. So if you are a Cameroonian, another country other than yours, let us say another country in terms of country currency, that has another type of currency. Let us see China or uh, Japan or United States or France or Brasilia. Those countries are not your country. You are not born there. Or maybe you are born in Brasilia. Another country is Cameroon or Nigeria or Ivory Coast or South Africa or what? Botswana somewhere here or Egypt or France or so. And for forex just means foreign, FOR for this part, foreign exchange, an exchange of currency between country that doesn't use the same currency brand, an exchange of good, an exchange of good between countries that countries, many countries who don't um, use the same currency brand. For example, if you have here a Cybertruck from United States of America, the value of this Cybertruck, the price is $102,000, and then you have Toyota for that the price is $11,000. So when you want to buy this Tesla and then you want to exchange, how many? So the question is, if you were doing batching again, how many? So I want to show you how many cars, Toyota cars, do you need to give to United States to have one Cybertruck, right? So to have it, you just come here, right? You divide the price of the Cybertruck, $100,000, divided by $11,000, right? You will find that it is 9. Because when you see, I use this formula for those who know how to use Google Sheet, you will see that I have equal column K68 divided by column K69. So it is 9. So that means what? I need to have to take 9 times 11. 9 times 11 is nearly 9 times 10 is how much? 9 times 10 is, first of all, 90, right? 90,000. Now, when you add this one, it will give you 100,000. So let us go in the calculator. Calculator. like when you say 9.03 times 11,298. Like 9 Toyota cars, each one Toyota car costs 11,000. So it give you the price of one Tesla, right? This how much? 102,000 Tesla, right? Cybertruck. So now the name of the exchange will be called CyberX for Tesla Cybertruck. To have one CyberX, how many Toyota car you need to give is equal to 9, right? It's not a when I write like this, it just shows the ratio. Now I made a division. Like previously, I was not making division because I wanted to explain how we create value. Like for example, here I said that one girl. I did not divide one girl by 15. You cannot divide physical goods, right? You cannot divide physical good, but you can divide liquid currency. Liquid currency. You can divide those coins. If you take one coin, first of all, coins are very small that you don't even need to divide. You can just separate. It's not even division like physical division. It's just a separation of value. You can separate the value of this pig by like pieces of 100 than giving 1 million directly, right? So that's why when you have the price, as I said, the price is just the number. When you add the currency in front of the price, like franc CFA, like when you add the currency here in front of the price, this is the price, is the number. This 500 alone is the number. It's just is a number. The price is just a number. It's like your phone number can be like 69657899. This one is a phone number, right? So, but we call it phone number to call people, right? But at the end of the day, it's just a number, a digit. Because what makes it a phone number and not a price is because we put the country land, we put the country land code. The country land code will be like plus 237 for Cameroon, for example. Other country has +1, +0, +6, right? For phone number, right? This one is a phone number for Cameroon, for example. So it's just become a phone number when you put a code. That's why we call it a phone number. But a series of digits is just a digit. That's what we call price, right? So it's the same thing. This one become money when you add franc CFA. Without franc CFA like this, it's no more money. 500 is what? 500 what? 500 rocks, 500 trees, 500 slippers, 500 clothes. No. So you need to add a digit, right? The digit in front. Not the digit, the brand code for the land where you are. As I explained to you, in Brasilia, if you don't put Brazilian BRL, like if you're in Brasilia, you put BRL like this. Now you know that is the money for Brasilia, for Brazil, for Brazil, right? So it's the same thing. So now we can divide, rather than exchanging 9 cars, rather than giving 9 cars for one Tesla, it's now easier to have an exchange of value, right? Than and give money. So now how do you value the one Tesla compared to a Toyota car, right? You just divide the currency, right? You just divide the currency like this, the currency. But for the division, you need actually the same currency for the currency to disappear from the division, right? For the currency to disappear from the division, you need, when you divide like this, when you already have, you are actually dividing money, you need to have the same currency. I do not put here Japanese yen, because if I put Japanese yen below here and I divide, it will not be logical enough. We are not in the same land. So, I mean, if we want to do this exchange in the American soil, like you go in your seller land, you need to bring 9 car there. So when 9 car arrive there, you stop using Japanese yen to make the conversation during the negotiation. You use dollar, right? And then the name of this, the name of the value of the name of the exchange is this one. This is the name of the exchange. Now the value is now the quotation. That's what we call now quotation. It's a ratio, is a quote, is a quotation, right? Quotation in English is like this. If I write, for example, here, financial market quotation, financial market quotation. Okay, you see, sale price of a stock. So that's it. The quotation, right, is a division that represents the value of the exchange of the project, So this 9.003 is not dollars, it's just the value of the exchange. That division represents the value of the exchange, right? Back in the day when we were doing battery, we were value Apuchu skinny, beautiful girls. Like the value of one beautiful girl were value at 15 long peak like this. Then you know that the daddy raised well her daughter, polite and mostly she's beautiful, she has good behavior. So the value of that, when the daddy went finished beating her ass a little bit when she was stubborn, giving her advice, putting her in school, teaching her more good moral, then he can value his daughter to 15 peak during the dowry, right? So that's how you value. But that value were not based on money at the time, right? We're not based on money. We're just based on another physical thing that can value these physical things. But in this example, these two are based on money. So because you need to go on and look for the manufacturer of Toyota and ask him, what is the price of one of your car? And then look for Elon Musk and ask, what's the price of one of your car, right? And then you can actually basically directly, because you have price. At the time when we're doing battery with peak, we did not have price directly. Like we do not put a price of money. There are some village even now in Togo that would still do it without putting money in it. You just like value like my effort, my time to build this corn farm, to have this corn can cost, like your one fish can cost actually four corn, four single pieces of corn, right? Okay, so this 9 is just the value of the exchange. So that's then what we call the price, right? That's what we call the price. And then this quotation is then what we call the price, and that's what we put in the digital platform. And the screen, for example, let us go on corn here. You see that in this screen, you see 447. This is the quotation. This acts like this. Let me erase all of this line. Right? For example, this is the USD Japanese yen. This is then the quotation. When you go on this screen called Trading View, this is the digital middleman. So how to make the money in the digital middleman. So first of all, I need to show you where is the price in the digital middleman. So when you look at, for example, this is the United States dollar, like this United States dollar, and this is the Japanese yen. So you see the country flag here. So the exchange of value now is like to have one United States dollar, how many Japanese yen you need to give me? So I am here, right? I have $1, 1 coin of dollar. How many coin of dollar do you need to give me? It is one. How many coin of Japanese yen do you need to give me to take my $1? It is 154 Japanese coin. Do you understand? So for example, that's it. That's how you read it. For $1, how many Japanese coin you need to give me? It's the same thing like I said in this example. To have one Tesla truck made by Elon Musk, how many Japanese Toyota cars do you need to give? So that's why I said the first in this equation or formula or name, the first one is always one object, and the second one is the how many objects that you need to give to have the one object, right? This is the seller. The seller is selling you only one thing. So when you go on this website platform, Middleman, everything that's on the left, like for currency like this, is only one. How many Japanese do you need to give to have $1? For euro and dollar, it is the price is how much? 1.05. Why? Because the price of euro is almost equal to the price of dollar. Like the price of euro can be 600. 600 francs CFA. Yes, 600 francs CFA, and the price of dollar can be 550 francs CFA. That's why when you divide, you have 1.05. So to have $1, right? To have €1, how many dollars do you need to give to the euro? It is $1.05 coin. One coin of dollar. It's almost the same. Like euro and dollar are almost value almost has almost the same value. But when you go on the dollar between dollar and Japanese, you will see that the value is a little bit higher, right? So now, how to make money in financial market? This is the broker, the digital market. This is the digital market. This is the stream of the digital market, the one that I just showed you. So this is the middleman between you as a buyer and the seller or the order on the other side, right? On the physical market. So how to make money? So let us say that now let us use an exchange between two phones, the iPhone 15 and the Choronco. Choronco is actually the brick, the bricks, those type of phone that we call bricks. In Cameroon, we call it Choronco, right? The bricks, the old phone that has only one screen and one button. And the iPhone is actually trending now, right? And how many? So the question is that iPhone is the price of an iPhone is 800 francs CFA in the market, and the price of the the Choronco, the small phone, the Choronco, let's all call it Choronco. The Choronco is 4,000 francs CFA, right? So there's a huge scale. So if you divide 800,000 francs CFA by 4,000, you will see that you need to give 175 Choronco. Like, why do you need to give 175 Choronco to have one iPhone? Like, you need to collect 175 Choronco like this to get one iPhone. Why? Let us say, for example, the price of one iPhone here, I put it like 4,999. 4,999, right? Times 155 Choronco. Like this, one Choronco price is 4,000, like 5,000, 4,000, let us say 4,000. And times 175, like 175 Choronco is equal to how much? It's equal to 874,000 francs CFA to have one iPhone. That's why the pair, the forex trading, because that's an exchange between a phone that is made maybe in China, let us say a phone that is made in Nigeria, in francs CFA. Nigeria doesn't use francs CFA. It uses Naira. A phone that is made in Cameroon, the Choronco, and a phone that is made in United States, even though the iPhone is not necessarily made in the United States. Let us take it like that. Like, that's what a foreign exchange, right? A phone that is made in the United States and a phone that is made in Cameroon, right? That's a foreign exchange between, it's like Toyota and Tesla. Now it's Choronco and iPhone. So what is the value of the exchange? How much does iPhone worth compared to Choronco? The worth is 175 Choronco. That's why here the abbreviation, the short form of those on this exchange is IPH, iPhone, slash CHOO. I just divided the price in franc CFA divided by the price in franc CFA. So it gives me 175. So it's the same thing in dollars, right? It's the same thing in dollars. It's the same thing in dollars, right? It's the same thing in dollars. When you have, for example, the price of one iPhone is 1,400, and the price of the Choronko is $8, right? So when you make the difference, the division between 1,400 $1,400 divided by $8, is equal to $175, right? So this is just a conversion. I just converted dollar into franc CFA, into dollar. So what is on the left is the same thing on the right, right? So I'll explain in franc CFA for the next few minutes. So let us say that, okay, so let us say that when iPhone has been went out, like the iPhone 15 went out, the price of it were $440,000 franc CFA, which is $1,190, right? When it went out, let us say that the price of iPhone will increase during the period of, like, let us say 20 days or 21 days. Like this is the 21 day from day 1 till day 21, starting from the bottom. The price was cheap at the bottom here, but the price of Choronko never changed. This Choronko doesn't never have increase in price because it doesn't have pictures, it doesn't have a lot of things. So since this Choronko doesn't increase in price, it is only the iPhone price that increased in price. So you realize that when iPhone went out, the value of iPhone compared to Choronko were 179, because if I divide 743,000 divided by 743,588. Oh no. 743,588 divided by 4,099 like this equal to 148, right? You need to give 148 Choronko. You need to give 148 Choronko to have one iPhone. So, but during the time, people started liking iPhone a lot, and the price increased from 700,000 to 800,000, nearly 900,000. So that's what you see. You see it like in this graph. You see in this graph like this. You see in this graph like this price evolution. iPhone price, I wanted to write price evolution of iPhone in 21 days. Like compare to, because that is a foreign exchange, right? We always need to have the physical good that you need to exchange and the digital value. The digital price now, the digital value is, like at the beginning when iPhone went out, when new, it was costing, like the value were 149, right? And then when iPhone started become more popular, the price increased from 700 to 900. So now the value between the exchange will be higher, like from 149 till 175. So that is the evolution of the price. So from this evolution of the price now, you can make money in the financial market, right? That is called Forex. You can make money. How do you make money? So we look at this value increase, the increase of value. So let us go on a blank board. Let me show you a blank board and draw you something that you can understand. Let us say that you are someone who is basically selling iPhone, you have an iPhone, and you are someone who is selling iPhone, right? You are seeing iPhone like this. This is the iPhone that you are selling, but you take it in the magazine first, right? You take it in the warehouse. iPhone that you say you take in the warehouse. This one is the warehouse, WH, right? The price in the warehouse is for 149, right? 149, right? So when 149,000 francs CFA, let us say 149,000 francs CFA, you take it to the warehouse. But when you arrive here on your shop in the market, your mini shop like this is the mini shop, right? The shop. The price, when you travel this distance, the price here will no more be the same. It will now be 175,000 francs CFA, right? People who sell phone knows that you cannot be buying the manufacturer at 150 and then coming and selling at 150. It will not make any difference. So the difference between here, this price, and this price at the house is called the increase in price, which is 35,000 francs CFA. This is the money that you are making, right? This is the money that you are making, right? So it's the same thing when you buy the iPhone with the price, with the original price, 700,000 francs and 50,000 francs here. And then you come here in the shop, you sell it at 800. It was 800 and how much? 875. 875,000 francs. How much money do you make when you sold the price? When you sold the iPhone, you sold this is 125,000 francs CFA of benefit profit that you made, right? So it's the same thing also in dollar. When you bought it in dollar at 1,100 here in the manufacturing house, $1,190 here in the manufacturing house, you travel with it till your shop to sell it at 1,400, at 1,400 $1,400. How many dollars do you make when you sold it? Between it's $210, right? The difference, like that is then the value that you made. What you are making here is the value. So it is this value now that in the foreign exchange called Forex, the financial market, is actually the value it is this value between this price point, the price point here, all these price points start here like this, till this price point above here. The difference in price between the bottom here and the top here, this one is then called the value, like this. This one, that's where you then make money in financial market, right? That's when you make money in financial market. So you need to buy cheaper here and sell more expensive here, because the price of the good in the market is gaining the value. That is then called, that's then how you make money in financial market. Then I will then show you it in the screens. Like, I'll then show you it in the screens, right? Let me then share again the platform where we look at it. The trading view platform. So you need to be buying cheaper here and selling expensive here. So okay, so basically what you need to know is that, let us go on Apple. Apple is the one who created iPhone, right? This is Apple, right? Let us say that you were at this level, right? You bought one iPhone. Let us say that those green things and red things that you see here are just green iPhone. Those are just green iPhone. Green iPhone and and pink iPhone. Like those are just iPhone. This one is an iPhone. This one is an iPhone. Let us say that you went there and you bought iPhone. I told you that this is the price, right? The value of the exchange. This is the price of iPhone now compared to, let us say that you bought it at this level of price here, up like this. And then when you buy it, you can use this small tool in the platform. You buy like this. You buy the iPhone here at 200 and let us say at 220 now. Now you can be selling it 220 20 francs CFA, like 220,000 francs CFA. Let us say that you bought it at at 220,000 francs CFA, right? At this level. And then you can be coming and selling it here at 250. You see that it is already 250, right? 250,000 francs CFA. How much value do you make here in francs CFA? Is 30,000 francs CFA, right? That you made, right? That is it. That's how you make money. You just need to buy cheap and then sell a little bit expensive here. So this distance between the bottom and the top is then how you make the money in the financial market. And now let us talk about liquidity now. No, for this example specifically, you could have also bought one iPhone at $220. Let me do for at this price $220 at this price, and then sell it at $250, right? How much money do you make? $30, right? $30. That's then the value, because the price of, you know that it is a trend. The trend is what? You know that traffic is God, right? Traffic, when you sell iPhone or phone or electronic or any clothes, if you have traffic, if you have people who are looking at your shop, you are exposing the product. But the trend is what people have in their mind now that push them to buy. Now people want iPhone because it's one of the most luxury phone, and it has also culture, right? It has also culture and history. So the value of it is just increasing in the market, right? So the increase of the value of the price of iPhone due to the high demand of people who have money who want to buy iPhone. That's where you make money in the foreign exchange, right? So now I want to talk to you about one thing that the currency have. The currency doesn't only have the brand name like dollars. It also have liquidity. You know what liquidity means in forex market? It means that rather than buying an iPhone at 800,000, or rather than buying at 700,000 francs CFA, you can actually buy it at 750 francs CFA. Meaning what? Meaning what? In forex market, since one good like this is just about digit, rather than buying the good for his whole price, the whole price of this iPhone was 740,000 francs CFA, right? Rather than buying at this whole price, and if you don't have money to buy at this offer to make your business with the financial market, because this is the money in the physical market, right? The physical market give you this money. This money is expensive for some people. The financial market actually makes you available to buy one iPhone at just 7,400 francs CFA. Yes, you can buy it at 7,400 francs CFA. Or if you have a little bit more money, 74 thousand francs CFA, just 74,000 francs CFA if you have that money. And if you don't have 7,000, you don't even have 74,000, you can actually buy at 740 francs CFA. Yes. So this price here, when you see the price is 220, rather than buying at 220,000, you can actually buy at 2,000 francs CFA, 2,020 francs CFA. At 2,000, you just remove those zero in the financial market, or you can buy it at 200 francs CFA, a piece of iPhone. A piece of iPhone, why? Because, why is it possible? Because you see, when humans realize that the negotiation in the bartering process were not honest, like, or we had difficulty to give value to an object, right? We created now coins. Coins are liquid. It means that rather than going with your pork in the physical market and cutting one leg, like I just have a pork as I inherited the pork from my grandpa. I just have it. I don't have money. I don't have any corn or cocoa. But I want to buy things. I cannot go in the market and then cut my pig leg like this, and then give it to have one fish, right? If I cut this pig leg, I need to treat him. He can die from blood pressure or blood flow. So we needed to have like something that can value it, and something that is liquid that we can actually separate the value. I cannot separate the value of this pork without killing him. So I need to separate instead another value that's called currency. So this pork is now worth 1 million coins. So I can actually still buy this pork, but just buying the leg. We do it every day in the market, right? You just buy the leg of the pork, or the ear of the pork, or the nose, or the person want the belly, or just the flesh of the pork for 100 coins. We do it every day in the market, every day. So in the financial market, we actually also divide the value of one good like this, the total value of one good. We can actually buy a piece of it. Like you can actually buy a piece of iPhone, one part like this, at 700 francs CFA, and make your money. So let us say that you bought it, iPhone here, at 700 francs CFA. You came here, you bought it. You bought one iPhone here at 700 francs CFA. Yes. Let us look at this price. You bought it at 200 francs CFA. Yeah, right? Because you don't have 200,000 francs CFA. And then you came and sold at 250 francs CFA, right? The money that you'll be making will be 30 francs CFA. This is the benefit. This is your profit. That's how you make money in the financial market. Because iPhone is gaining value. You see the value is increasing. Those are green iPhone. The green iPhone price are just going up and up, up and up, up and up, right? It's the same thing. Back in the days, this one Apuchu skinny were worth like 7 pig like this. Now with people who are becoming rich, young men who are becoming rich, that this Amami started saying that, okay, the value is now 15 bucks. That's how the value increased also for iPhone in the market. So the reason why the financial market is liquid is due to the reason why you can do it is just due to the fact that even in the physical real day-to-day life, you can actually buy, rather than buying a whole pig like this, and don't have money to buy a whole pig, and you will not be eating a whole pig like this, you can actually just take one part. Even if it's not a pig, it can be a beef. There are people who don't like pig. It can be a beef, one beef, right? So that's how you can actually buy a piece of the animal, the piece of the tool, even in financial market. Because even in real market, you go in here in machine, there in Machine Fuji or Machine Stamp, or you go at Dedo, you can buy a piece of the meat, not the whole meat. There are people who have those who don't have money to launch an iPhone business. If I start with only 3,000 francs CFA, I can start buying a pieces of iPhone at 1,500, and then selling it at 2,000, and then making 500 benefit everything. That's how in a matter of minutes you can be making this 30 francs till you grow this capital. If you cannot start with a big capital, at 800K, you can start a small capital. It's the same thing in dollars. So that's it. So what are different financial market? Because we talk here about digital market. You have the foreign exchange market, just currency based. It can be Naira, it can be franc CFA, it can be US dollar. For example, here is the exchange between the United States dollar and the franc CFA, right? That's called ZAFT. You see that you can see the how do they say? Okay, you can see the flag of, when you see this flag, for example, I'll show you the flag of African country, right? That have franc CFA in their currency. Yeah, you see this flag. This flag is just to represent all the central bank of Africa that have those. So you have currency, you have Japanese yen, you have euro, you have pound sterling. Yeah, those are the currency. Then the second market, there is not all. It's not the financial market is not only forex. Many people only know forex. Forex is one of the most known because you actually use those currency day to day life. But now you have other markets that are also financial market that are also linked to forex, because like stocks, for example, if you come here, you can see Tesla, Cybertrucks, Tesla. The stock of Tesla is called TSLA, right? This is the value. Those are small Tesla truck that are going to the upside. That's the value of Tesla that's increasing. You could have just bought it, Tesla here, at 3,000 francs. If I had having 330 francs, if I can buy Tesla at 340, just a piece of Tesla, and then buy and sell it here. That's just an example. If the platform allow you this level of small money, but if it doesn't allow you, you can buy at 300,000 francs CFA, and then the value increase, and you just place the position buy. This is the digital platform like Orange Money and all. You just buy with this tool. This is the buy. You see buy and sell, right? You buy there, and then you come here, you exit here, you sell, and you'll be making 7 times your money, right? So you can also have Amazon stock. You have many stocks. You have Amazon stock that you can. It just actually the value of it is actually 250. You could have just bought Amazon here and at 200, buying it for 2,000 francs CFA. The whole Amazon. Do you think that there is one man? Amazon is a company. Do you think that there is one man who can buy all Amazon? Even if the man has the money, that's not how investing works. Because financial market is about investing. One Amazon, if you try to make the value of Amazon is billions. There are men who have billions, but none of these men will buy all of them Amazon alone. Even Jeff Bezos doesn't have all Amazon. He has less than 50% of Amazon, even lesser than that. So you can also buy a piece of it just to be one of the investor from financial market. You don't need any more physical good or physical paper. There are platforms who allow you to invest, right? So you also have McDonald's, Total, you have Facebook. Did I put Facebook here? I can put Facebook, but you have Apple. We did for Apple. So another stock, Coco. Look for example, no, we are not yet at Coco. Coco is not there. So we look at Tesla. Did we look at Tesla? Yes, we look at Tesla. So another market is the currency market, right? The third market. Let us look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the mother of cryptocurrency, right? Cryptocurrency is also a market, right? This Bitcoin here, right? You could have just bought Bitcoin here. Okay, who do you think that there is one man who can buy the whole Bitcoin now? No, that's not how finances work. Now Bitcoin is at 95,000. It's at 100,000, right? You could have bought it rather than buying at $95,000 all the Bitcoin for one Bitcoin, because this is just one Bitcoin. This, when we write here BTC USD, when you see BTC USD, it's like one Bitcoin is how many dollars? It's $95,000, almost the price of a Tesla truck. So there are millions of Bitcoin. No, let me just do this discussion. Like 21 million Bitcoin, and then you buy each Bitcoin now. Five. No, I cannot even calculate. I start struggling to talk. So rather than buying at this price, you can just come and buy Bitcoin and lay here at 95,000 francs CFA, or just at 950 francs CFA, and then you'll be making your money selling here at 100, right? You'll be making your 1,000, selling here at 1,000 francs, and then you will be making your plus 500 francs CFA. This is financial market, real life. Financial market is just a conversion of physical market into digital. All that's financial market. So you also have raw material like corn. This is a corn market. You see the logo of corn there. Yeah, right. The corn, basically you can buy also the corn here, and then and then be buying there and then selling a little bit higher at the top. So this will be buying at 447, selling at 471. This can be 71,000 francs or 71 francs if I just, or it can just be dollars, $400, and selling here. The money that you could have made would be 30 USD dollar. That will be your profit, your benefit. That's how you buy and sell in financial market. It's just a translation of this. You can also have wood, you have cereal, you have cocoa. Cocoa. This cocoa, right? For those who doesn't know, cocoa in West Africa, you could have bought cocoa here at 7,000 francs CFA. Yeah, and be selling here at 12,000 francs CFA. Rather than having a farm, how many days will you build a farm, a cocoa farm like this? How many days? Where is cocoa again? A cocoa farm. For cocoa to start giving, if you don't already have a farm, before year, if you already have, you need to have employees, you need to have workers, you need to go and cut herbs and all. All this hard work, the financial market just translate the conclusion of the hard work is just the digit number of the currency. You can just buy here at 7,000 francs CFA and sell it at 12,000. You'll be making roughly plus 8,000 francs CFA, just in a matter of minutes too, depending on the time frame that you will be taking here. In a matter of minutes, rather than struggling. Or you can combine it with your cocoa farm. In this financial market screen, that's when you know why the price of cocoa has increased. Because this is the price, this is showing the value. That's why it is legit. The financial market is legit. Those who are afraid of legal financial market. So you can the last market is the indices. Indices like Dow Jones, for example, US 30. Indices like Dow Jones, for example, Dow Jones, the price of Dow Jones has decreased from here. The price of Dow Jones here is decreasing a little bit. You can buy here now. The price of Dow Jones is 443 43,800, right? If you don't have $43,800, you have 43,000 francs CFA you can buy. Or if you have 4,300, you can also buy. And then you come and sell again now at 45 and 200, 45, 200. The bonus, the profit that you'll be making will be actually 2,000 francs CFA, right? 2,000 francs CFA or what? Depending if you use francs CFA or dollars. So I'm just using francs CFA because I'm from Africa. So you can also have I'll show you, and this is like SPX. Like SPX is basically the stock market. The stock market is where they say stock market always rise, it never go down. This is the stock market, and asset that just go up. You could have bought it here, the financial market here, just when the stock market were 5,600, 5,160, and sell it here at 6,000, right? You could just make your money and return on investment, right? Because the market is always increasing in value. The stock market is always increasing in value, right? There are times that it is down. So that's what the analysis will help you to know when is the cheapest time. So just buy when the value of the physical price in the physical life is lower, and then you go and sell at the highest price when you will increase the value. There are ways to look at it. There are easy ways to look at it, simple ways that you can just learn. So those are all of the financial market. The financial market is not just the Forex. You have all of this. Those are legal market. To enter even in this type of market like that, like the German indices, the 30, like because Dow Jones is the 30 best American company in the industrial market, like the 30 best industrial company in America. Same thing for Germany 30, the 30 best companies. You have also the French one. There's the 40 best French market. This is the value, like the combined value of all of them. It's an indices. It's like you are tracking the position of somebody every kilometer that it makes. So that's what we call indices. You have also the Nikkei how much? The Nikkei. How many companies the Nikkei has? I don't know. But you can actually look this for mostly for Japanese market, for the Asia territory. So you have all of the markets here, the financial market here. Those are just digital market. So the financial market is not just Forex. It's all of these 5 markets that you can then make your money out of it and start a business with buying a pieces of the market, not the whole market. A piece, a coin of the market is just a part. So I will give you this document in the description that you can just look at it, and then that's done for the video. Let's look for each other for the next video.